Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the second lesson. Topic is forces and pressure. Already in the 7th standard we have studied about forces. The word by seeing the force itself we can say single word definition. Force is a push or pull. Force makes the object to move or the moving object to come at rest. Where and all we are using the force. What are all the learning objective in this lesson? In this lesson we are going to learn and be clear after finishing the lesson force and its effects, thrust and pressure and its application, relation between force and pressure, atmospheric and liquid pressure, Pascal's law and its application, Pascal's law in day-to-day life, and the instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure, properties of surface tension, viscosity, friction, analyze friction in rest and motion, know the ways to increase and decrease the friction, and some problems. Mainly, we are going to study the friction at last in this chapter. The first introduction part. Every day you can observe bodies around you. When you are coming to school, you can notice so many things are in rest and some things are moving. What pushes or pulls them? What brings the moving bodies to rest? What is the effect of these pulls or push? For all these questions, you will be having only one answer, that is force. Force makes all these things. Okay. Then force. Where and all you are using a force? Opening up a pen, opening a door, kicking a football, striking a carom, making of chapatis, everything. In all these kind we need a force, isn't it? Then definition of force. Force is that which changes or tends to change the state of rest, the state of uniform motion of a body, the direction of a moving body, or the shape of the body. So, what is a force? Force is a push or pull. What it will do, that will make us to do, to be at rest, or else to move, or else to change the direction, or else to change the shape. Pushes and pulls or the forms of forces. The direction of forces is in the direction in which a push or pull. In which direction you will move? You will move according to the direction of force. Where in which direction it pushes or pulls you. Thus the force is a vector quantity. It shows the direction in which direction you have to move. So whatever be the physical quantity which has a direction is called as vector quantity. Force is measured in a unit called Newton. Then we will see in this page force. What is a force? Force is an action of push and pull, already we told, which makes the bodies to move or brings the bodies to rest. It even changes the shape and size of the certain body. In the activity, make two groups of students, let them stand along a straight line, one behind the other on a playground. Start the game of tug of war with the rope. What is the tug of war with the rope? Pushing the rope on both the sides with a group of students. Pushing the rope on both the sides with the two different groups of students. Observe the movement where the boys will push the other set of boys becomes a winner because their force is more than the fallen group, isn't it? So such kind of forces will be ask us help us to play a game. The group of students who pull the rope with a greater force will definitely win. The winners are applying a greater amount of force, hence the rope moves in the direction of the force. So the force has have a direction. So force has a direction, so it has a vector quantity. Then we are going to see the Factors on which force depends. You have studied the effects of force so far. Now you are going to study the factors which which a force depends. When you play any game, the greater force you apply on a body, the greater will be its effect on it. For example, if you are kicking a ball, if you are slightly kicking a ball, it won't move in a far distance. With the greater force you are kicking a ball, it may reach the goal in a football game, isn't it? So greater will be the effect will be greater. Force will be greater, the effect also will be greater. Just observe the strokes of the bat by batsman. If he wants to hit the cricket ball to the boundary, the striking force on the ball must be greater. I said an example with the football. The given example in the book is about your cricket. Okay, then now the question before you does depends upon the area of the impact. See that there is a diagram. A balloon is pressing on so many pins, but the balloon is not burst out. Why the balloon is not burst out? This is the thing. Fix a matrix of sharp pins on a wooden board in a row and column. Take a big blown up balloon. Next, place it gently over the pins. Place a small book on the top of the balloon. Will the balloon burst? Will the pins prick the balloon? This is the question. What you are doing? Taking a balloon and keeping it in a pad of pins. Pad which is having number of pins. I'm keeping over a book on the blown up balloon. Even then the balloon is not burst out. Why? If you pinch the balloon with a single pin, the force applied on a point is greater. So it is bursting. Here so many pins are pricking the balloon, but the force is evenly spread. So the force is not much larger. The force is reduced because pinching area is more. So if you pin it with a single pin, the force is more. If the so many pins are picking the balloon, the area is more and the force is reduced. This is the inference. It is a wonderful sight to see that the balloon will not burst. How is this possible? If you prick the balloon with a single pin, it will burst, but it did not. But this did not happen. Even many more pins were picking the balloon. A single pin produces a large pressure over a small area. But when a large number of pins pricking a body, each pin exerts very little pressure on the balloon. As the applied force gets disturbed over a large surface of the body, so the balloon will not burst. We conclude that the effect of force depends upon the magnitude of the force and the area over which it acts. If it is a small area, the force is more and the balloon is burst. If it is a large area, the force is small and balloon is not burst. From this we can conclude force depends upon the area. If area is small, the force is more. If area is more, the force is small. So force and area is related. From this we conclude that force and area is related. Thrust, it is a force acting perpendicularly on any given surface area of a body, it is measured in Newton. What is a thrust? Force, it is acting perpendicularly. For example, if I putting a knock on your head, ஒரு கொட்டு கொட்டினேன்னா மண்டையில், isn't it? The perpendicular force acting on a area is called as thrust. Pressure, the effect of force can be measured using an physical quantity called pressure. The effect of force, just now we studied in the balloon activity the effect of force, isn't it? How the effect is, if a pin is only one pin, area is small, the force is more. Area is large, so many pin is pricking, the force is Small. Area is small, the force is large. Area is greater, the force is small, lower. Okay, this is called as the force and area relation. This force and area relation is called as pressure. The effect of force can be measured using a physical quantity called pressure. It can be defined as amount of force. Amount of force, you are pressing a balloon, the balloon is lying in a horizontal manner and you are pressing, so you are pressing in a perpendicular direction, so that is a thrust. Force acting on a body at a perpendicular direction is called as thrust. So physical, it can be defined as the amount of force or thrust acting perpendicularly on a surface of area is called as pressure. Pressure, unit of pressure. Whenever you are studying a definition in a physics, there will be a formula and there will be a measuring unit. These both things you have to study whenever you are studying in definition. So pressure is measured in either in Pascal or Newton per meter square. Why Newton per meter square? Formula for pressure is equal to force by area. Force is measured in Newton and area is measured in meter square. So unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. Pressure exerted by a force depends upon the magnitude. Magnitude அப்படின்னா அளவு. Force, magnitude of the force and area of the contact. Already we studied in the activity, if area is small, force is more, and area is large, force is less. We will see the definition up to this what we studied in this page.